Hey everybody, before you continue watching the video, make sure you give the channel a like and subscribe. Go and follow us on Instagram. Go and check out all the different social media scenarios. Make sure if you're enjoying the content, go there, like, subscribe, follow, so we can keep putting stuff out. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. All right, make a comment on either of our pages and we'll answer them as soon as we can. Just keeping on that with like the mentorship, I have like a question. Like, man, as a dude that's like such a successful guy, and man, you're a father, a husband, you know, a business owner, you're a leader in your community of stuff. Like, how do you deal with like, for the most part, like you take on a lot of responsibility and a lot of stress, and you really are leading like a whole bunch of people. Like, how do you take on like not really being
emotionally involved, or
no, not even emotionally involved. I mean more like appreciated for that, because I guarantee there's probably not people going like, oh man, all the time, right? It's just it's a kind of like a thankless job. So how do you kind of deal with that? Like what how do you frame things in your mind for you to be motivated to keep doing that?
I think you got to remove yourself from and not expect that. Not you know you got to not care about that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't care what people think anymore at all. I do what I think's right.
Yeah.
And if someone comes up and says, "Listen, mate, you're doing a great job," I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But
the challenge is within yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah. So you're never ever looking for praise from other people. You know, there'll be a time when I sit down when I'm retired and go, "Oh my God, how the hell did I get to here? This is amazing. I must have done really well."
Yeah.
But
you don't even think about it right now.
You don't think about that process, because there's always a future goal.
Yeah.
Like every year I sit down and I write a list of goals of this year, and I check what I did last year and see how I went. Yeah. So there's obviously short-term, long-term, and medium-term goals. Yeah. And I just tick them off and go, okay, well, I need to work on this area here. And, you know, so I have little goals, and it just makes life a lot easier. I think if you're constantly achieving those little bits, and what eventually happens is there's a kind of a little bit of like a snowball effect happening.
So to build up.
Yeah, but
momentum
works in your favor. Yeah.
Because my business is no longer my business.
Yeah.
It's everyone's business who works in it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't simply make this business. It's now got a heartbeat and a soul of its own.
Yeah.
What actually makes that is the people in it.
Yeah.
You know, I might be a certain kind of person, but it no longer is reflective of me. It's reflective of the people in it. Yeah. So it kind of snowballs, and if I select the right people in the right positions, it's like having a footy rugby team. You know, you got to get the fast guy in the wing, or the big guy at the prop. If you get them in the wrong positions,
they're going to screw everything up.
You're not going to win the game.
Yeah.
So life's a little bit like that, and having a business is a little bit like that as well. So you got all these positions in your business, like different hierarchies and stuff, and you got to get the right person, the right job.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your business won't work and you'll lose.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little thing that we try and strive to do as well. You know, as you get older, you realise these things. Like, I've never been to seminars or anything like that.
You just learn it through doing it.
Yeah. And what feels right, and not really caring about what too many people said, you know, that aren't important, that I don't look up to and appreciate.
Yeah.
So I think just learning for yourself is a pretty good way to go.
Yeah. Just one other thing with that, like, did you ever struggle with allowing people to do like their roles or their jobs or whatever without, like, were you ever like worried about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that kind of anxiety or worry?
You've got to.
You just got to take a leap of faith, kind of thing.
You got to understand that you chose that person for that position because of certain qualities.
100%, yeah.
And you've got to trust your judgment every now and then. So if you don't do that, you become kind of stale and stagnant, you know?
Yeah.
So I think you got to really trust some people in positions. And I think you know, I've made mistakes. I've put people in the wrong position before, but you got to learn from those. If you don't learning mistakes, you're doing the same mistake again. So as long as you learn from those mistakes, like, you know, we're all familiar with making mistakes, but most of us are pretty good, and we might make it only once or twice. But if you're making it 3 times, you're just being an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about with people like underperforming and stuff like that? Have you ever had any experience with that or not?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. If people underperform, they're gone.
Yeah.
I sit down and what actually happens if someone underperforms a couple of times, I give them a warning. But if someone underperforms, I really need to sit down and understand why they're underperforming.
Yeah.
Is it something I'm doing?
Yeah.
Can I be better?
Yeah.
And understand where their headspace is at.
Yeah.
Is this the role in life? Is this the role they really want to do?
Yeah.
And I'll have a bit of a spiel and chat to them about, like, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, do something else.
Yeah, otherwise you're just making it a problem for everybody. Yeah,
but you're wasting, most importantly of all, you're wasting your life.
Yeah.
You know.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and a follow. Check out all our different social media platforms. There's heaps of content coming out. There's different snippets and content on different platforms. So make sure you're on everything. And again, if it helped you out, recommend to somebody else, and hopefully it'll help them out too.